Namaste, hello, hi, welcome or welcome back to this channel where I share almost all of my hikes, some of my travels and a little bit of life here and there. And today I'm here with another video journal. This is the first video in the Glacier National Park series and it covers the first day of our trip to this park. The series is going to take you through our entire trip, so stay tuned for the rest of the parts as well. And without wasting any more time, let's jump into this video. We were super excited for this trip and our day started pretty early. We warmed up some leftover pasta and had it as a breakfast along with our morning coffee. And if you are noticing the chip mark, you are my friend already. In all the excitement and anticipation, we packed crazy amount of stuff into 2 bags that we planned to check in. After breakfast, the rest of the morning went into coordinating our pickup timings with the rest of our group. We parked the car in the long-term parking near the airport and boarded the shuttle going towards the terminal.
F1 to F4 udhar hai, to us side hoga.
At the airport though, it took us some time to check in and get our boarding passes.
We were not that early actually, just spot on time. Next time I think whenever I'll have to board from SF, I'll make sure to have an additional half an hour extra. This time it was pretty slow for some reason, but that's fine. We are on time and we will eventually board since we are right outside the gate. Now we're gonna pick some food.
The flight was from SFO to Missoula Airport. And this was no less than a legendary moment for us because we were flying after 2 long years. Yes, thanks to COVID. Sadly, the pandemic was still not over, so we preferred to stay masked for most of the time during our flight. The flight was around 2.5 hours long, and I took this wonderful opportunity to peek out of the window for most of the time and make doodles on the tissues. As we landed in Montana, we realized that this place is a whole vibe in itself. Come on, just look at that. We had booked our car rentals beforehand, so after a little wait, we were able to collect our keys and head towards the park. The drive from the airport to the West Glacier was about 132 miles long. And all the way, we all were just super excited to notice the scenery. It was surreal to think that for the next couple of days, we would be hiking somewhere in those mountains that seem far off right now. On our way, we grabbed a Subway and we also made a quick stop at a local store to buy bear spray, which is, by the way, the must-have item when visiting this park. The shop had a variety of things both in-store and on display, as you can see. They looked super interesting and colorful. I just couldn't help but include them in my precious memories. Moving further, we continued to drive closer and closer to the mountains. Recently, we hadn't been to a place with such an expanse of greenery. In fact, it almost felt as if we had some sort of green tinted shades on. We took the west entrance to the park and passed the information center on our way. We already had all kinds of passes and tickets with us, so the operation of entry was smooth. After driving not even a mile inside the park, we sensed how popular this place is. Parking spots looked full and there were a lot of cars on the road. It was July 12th and summer is actually the peak season for parks like these, where a large area remains inaccessible during winters due to heavy snowfall. Finding parking at the trailhead was a bit of a challenge, but finally all the wait brought us success and we were able to kickstart our first adventure. Well, not adventure exactly, it was just a short stroll along the famous trail of the Cedars to see the lower Avalanche Gorge.
Wall, don't target, otherwise bear will come this way.
Really? It's circumvented.
Our initial plan was to complete the hike along this trail, but we realized later it was too ambitious of a plan. Given we had a ride the same day, drove all the way to the park and had to check in into our AirBnB later in the evening. So this was more of a trailer for all our upcoming hikes and visits around the park. It is so rewarding when you get to live moments like these, right? The same morning, my head was wrapped in the anticipation and excitement of hiking on a beautiful trail like this, surrounded by magnificent scenery. This place is way up north as compared to Bay Area, so I got to feel the difference in the air that I was breathing. And soon it was time for us to leave the park and check into our Airbnb. The property was in a nearby town named Whitefish, and it had 2 decent-sized bedrooms along with a family room. Overall, both the place and the neighborhood had an amazing vibe to it. After that, we bought some pre-packed dinner for the night, in addition to all the groceries and some other things needed for our stay, and called it a night. So that's it for this video, our first day of the trip. Thank you so much for stopping by, and don't forget to catch up the rest of our days on this trip. Take care. I'll see you in my next one.